Hello there. I thought golf might be a little boring, so instead of Mini Team Golf, even though that's a little hard to find, just go do Power Drive Rally on the Jaguar, just so people know I actually have one, at the very least. Let's see. Uh, no, not Mia. Meme? No, that's too close to Mimi or Mime. Mike. Okay. Close enough. And there's three blank spaces in the roll. Also on the music, if you have stereo headphones on, it switches to right, left, right, left, right, left. Hopefully that just stays in the YouTube video, but you never know. So this is a Jaguar only game. I think I'm supposed to go right. Yeah. It's kind of unique in the fact that there's not really quite any other games that are like it during that time, at least too much that I remember. I mean, this is a game that I kind of wish there was, I don't know, two-player mode on. Also, told me what a Mini Cooper was back when I was a kid. One thing I probably shouldn't have gotten the Mini Cooper because it's too expensive. Unfortunately, you get the better you get the better vehicle earlier. You start running out of money quicker. Unfortunately, I may have to redo this whole segment, or not really just this whole segment, but like this part. Just gonna do England for the moment, and just continue on from there. Unfortunately, the tactics for this game to actually properly get through all your levels is a little awkward. First tactic that I learned: never repair your lights. Your lights are your best friend to punch into randomly. Your headlights are needed for a couple of stages, but if you get your headlight damage high enough, I believe it just leaves on, which is interesting. I mean, and it's not really necessary entirely either. Basically, with your lights damaged, I'm gonna save it over the cheesy one. Probably should, yeah. I mean, like, see a $5,000, $6,000 on the third or fourth track. Yeah, I mean that's approximately where it should be, but unfortunately, it's been a long time since I played this, so I can't remember half of what's going on. I'll probably be better on the second roundabout anyway. So you can actually have tracks where you have an opponent, and actually in some later tracks, your opponent doesn't ever beat the clock. See that little timer on the top? I mean, basically that's all you're racing against, actually. I mean, you'll have that opponent. The opponent can still mess you up, but for the most part, you're just running around trying to beat the clock. The more interesting tracks are the ones where you have to do technical things, and I keep missing that dollars. Hopefully, oh boy. Anyway, for the most part, you're gonna also occasionally see that they reuse tracks in like snow, or they use it backwards so that it looks different. But yeah, I mean, like this is like our RC style control system, so it's a little difficult to get a handle of it to start out with, and the steering can be a little tricky too. So if you see something where it looked like I was being an idiot, that's because of the controls. I blame the controls. I totally blame the controls. Yeah, first place, I like getting in front of the opponent is just gives you an extra $1,000. Oh, and you always lose $1,000 for the next race. So you technically never actually truly win $2,000. If you lose a race, all that happens is you lose $1,000. But that is just not going to work very well. Oh, yeah, and here's a night stage. So basically, there you go, and that's a nitro boost, and that's a really awkward place to put a nitro boost. The interesting thing is that also having the person speaking into your ear telling you which direction you're going. And then learning what exactly he means when he says heavy left, acute left, mid left, right, fair left, whatever, square left. And it's not really any way of actually restarting the race in the middle. All you really just need to do is hit the star and the pound button on the controller and just hit restart the Jaguar, and when you do that, just load your game. Unfortunately, this is one of those things where they just kind of did something silly. They shouldn't have really had any sort of actual... They shouldn't have had any penalty for losing the track. They should just let you keep going. That way you didn't have to keep restarting the game. I mean, the starting music is kind of handy, but... yeah. Unfortunately, I believe you should actually what my goal is supposed to be is that I want to beat the time that it says course record. So I believe you get a bonus for that. Didn't do that. So you get 2,000, lose 1,000. And it might not be a good idea to repair stuff, unfortunately. It's like I said, this is a tricky game a little bit because really you're trying to keep enough cash on hand to get to the next car, but at the same time you don't want to like not have the ability to win your race. Here's the technical stuff, like this was just stop. I think they're supposed to be saying stop on the line, not stop at the line, but whatever. Back up into that space. Go around here. You really don't need to go very fast through these. You generally better to, especially on the cones. The cones will start taking your time away. And pretty much as soon as you hit a cone, you're dead. Occasionally I've just used a shortcut because the cones aren't very tight in certain, like right here, right on the right side here. I've been able to get through that and just hit the target, but yeah. And it doesn't seem like slowing down helps very much with your your steering really. So yeah, that's basically, that's England. Yeah, this was very short, but guarantee that the next races won't be, at least for me.